As the president of Judicial Watch, can you comment on reports of records that you have received from the Obama administration FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, of communications and contracts with a human fetal tissue provider that seems to show the FDA was buying, quote, intact calvarium baby skulls, 18 to 24 weeks, for $515 per skull? What do you make of this apparent sale of fetal body parts to the FDA?
Well, it ought to cause both moral and legal outrage on the part of United States citizens and taxpayers that their tax dollars are being used to purchase basically the dead bodies of unborn human beings. They divvy up their bodies, they sell their heads, they sell their livers, they sell other aspects of their body, and you see the price list.
Another interesting bit of information you uncovered, also stating here, documents, quote, documents previously uncovered in this lawsuit, according to your press release, that the federal government demanded the purchased fetal organs be, quote, fresh, never frozen. What do you make of that?
Well, if you want to, I don't know how any normal person could read that and not be horrified. They wanted the organs shipped on dry ice. This is awful stuff, and it highlights the humanity.
But it's actually happening.
Yeah, and it highlights the, these are organs. This isn't, a clump of cells. These are organs. These are baby skulls up to 24 weeks gestation. So there's no doubt that any normal person would call these a human being. And indeed, their organs are being sold, chopped up and sold. And we have other documents in another lawsuit that we filed on behalf of the Center for Medical Progress that showed a massive operation in the University of Pittsburgh, again, funded with our tax dollars. Fauci's agency was involved in it as well. So Fauci should be asked about his agency support, in addition to gain-of-function research, chopping up organs. It was a fetal organ chop shop.
You filed a Freedom of Information request with the FDA, the agencies in charge here. Of course, they did not respond to providing this information. You wanted to find out whether they were selling body parts or buying body parts.
We wanted the details, right.
And a judge granted you, I guess, discovery, granted you said that you could get the information, the redactions. There were redactions. You got those redactions taken away. You got the information, and the information you found reveals that the FDA was buying human body parts, fetal tissue, from a fetal tissue provider, and including human heads, which they were paying $515 to procure. Is that?
As I recall it, the government wanted to withhold some of the prices they were paying for the organs and seemingly dismembered heads of unborn human beings. And the court said, you can't do that. And we have a separate lawsuit that involves NIH and NIAID, the Fauci agency, that showed they were having almost a one-shop, as I said, a one-stop shop operation at the University of Pittsburgh. And the documents raise questions about whether the aborted human beings were still alive when the organs were taken from them. The Obama administration obviously was involved in this. The Trump administration figured out what was happening and shut it down. But now it's reported that the Biden administration is prepared to open up the spigot again to fund this sort of barbarism.
What should someone think about this if they're learning about this for the first time? It just seems like it's sort of a jaw-dropping, don't you think?
John, I've been doing this work at Judicial Watch for 23 years. These are the worst documents about government conduct I've ever seen in my life. It's a barbarism that we should all be terribly concerned about, and it should be a priority in terms of investigating how this is being done, why it was done, whether it violated the law, and making sure it stops.
Tom Fitton, president of Judicial Watch, thank you very much for talking to us on One American News, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you.